Welcome to Andy's Ukes, the only ukulele store in the Southwest region. Let me show you what makes this place so special.
I originally had it as Renaissance Guitar and Ukulele Works. And that was fine when it was being out of Renaissance, the frame shop, but it really didn't do a great job sounding right for the business. It wasn't really personal enough. So there's another uke dealer named Mims Ukes. So, I was talking to my friend Mickey about, renaming the shop. And he was like, well, you're Andy and you sell ukes. So why not Andy's Ukes? And I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, Mims Ukes, she already kind of has that name. But your name's Andy, so it's not the same. And it's like, okay. And you want to sell ukuleles. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And to their credit, they gave me a shot, and it's been going along ever since. So that's how it wound up being Andy's Ukes.
Tell us about the famous turtle uke.
So this is where it all started. I wanted a ukulele because my guitars and bass and drums and stuff really hurt my dog's ears. And so I wanted something that was kind of mellow and, not very loud. And so I bought this off of Craigslist. Well, it's beautifully made. It's a nice instrument, but the fretwork along here, if you can see between this space and this space, this is all wrong. The spacing's wrong, so it'll never intonate correctly. So I started looking at ukes, and that's what started all this, was this little guy here.
So you started shopping, and then you just bought another one and another one, or you decided that you wanted to give somebody or give people the ability to come in and look at them, not just online?
But I realized that nobody was really doing what I thought should be done for ukuleles, and that's what you see here. To where there's a lot of different ones where every one of them is set up correctly from the beginning. I set up every ukulele that we sell, from the least expensive ones all the way up to the most expensive ones. They all get set up the same way. So that was really critical, and the whole thing was really about supporting the ukulele community. Between the investment in building the space out, the inventory, I don't think I'll live long enough to make a profit off of it. But it's what I enjoy doing. I like working with people. I like ukuleles. So it's worked out really well. So these are the most entry-level ukuleles. These are all laminate, which is basically what some people refer to as plywood. And all that means is there's layers of wood that make all the materials in it, the soundboard and the back and the sides. So these are considered all laminate. The difference between these and some of the other ones is some of the other ones will have solid wood tops or all solid builds on them. So these are the starting point. Start from around $100 or so, and then they go up from there. So some of the other ones that are more expensive, and this was really important to me because I wanted to be able to give people the opportunity to be able to come in and play an $1,800, kamaka or koaloha made in Hawaii. Not very often people get the chance to do that. So these are in the $1,800 range. These are all handmade in Hawaii. This is by the same company as this koaloha, but these are made in Thailand. So they're made by the same standards and everything as the Hawaiian-built ones, but they're made in Thailand in their factory the same way, but they use a material like acacia versus koa. Acacia is a base wood. All koa is acacia, but you can only call it koa if it's grown on Hawaiian soil. It's kind of like, sparkling wine versus champagne. You can't call a sparkling wine champagne unless the grapes are grown in the Champagne region of France. Same thing with koa. Now, some other ones, I have these handmade for me by a luthier in New York, made by 96 Art. And I basically spec out which materials and how I want these built. So these are built the way, to the specs that I want. Whereas we have redwood and myrtle, spruce and walnut, all solid walnut, another redwood. So, he specializes in using kind of American woods as opposed to koas and stuff. These are made by Ohana in California. This is their custom shop line. And these are also ones that I kind of spec out which woods I want. Normally this line has a lot of gloss and a lot of bling on it, but that doesn't contribute to the sound. In some ways can kind of take away from it depending on how it's doing it. They do an excellent job of that, but if it doesn't make it sound better, I don't want people to have to pay a whole bunch more. For to have this that's, got all the bling and the gloss and the abalone and all that's gonna add $1,000 onto the price, probably won't sound any better. But these are made in California and they're custom shop, and these are like the Andes Ukes signature Ohanas. They're kind of a real basic one, but that's where my passion is. It's all about tone and what sounds good. Okay, so this is a display module of this instrument here. You can kind of see where the brace is on this, and this is what they call a unibrace. It's what gives this a phenomenal sound. It's very light, it's very strong. The interesting tidbit is if you notice on some of these how they have an odd sort of shape versus a round shape. There's a luncheon meat in Hawaii that's similar to what we call Spam, that it has the shape of this in a can. So this shape is just a lunch meat.
So why Corrales? What made you pick Corrales to live and run your business in?
Well, I moved here about 30 years ago from Placitas. Love being a little bit more country than urban. And I love Placitas, but it's way out in the middle of nowhere. And here we have everything that Placitas had. We have coyotes and critters, but here we're 3 minutes away from 2 or 3 grocery stores. And I don't have to worry about a dirt road that gets blocked up with caliche and you can't get to if it rains. So, I have a paved road to get here. So that's one of the, great points about Corrales. It's just a great place to be. The atmosphere in the village, the people here, everything from the harvest festivals to you name it. It's just a wonderful community to be involved in.
Very nice. Good. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. This is Tara Diaz, your local real estate gal. Whether you're looking at finding a unique store to shop at for ukuleles or looking to move to the community, hit like, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you in the next video.